Hello, friends and lovers. House of Haelian here, and we are checking out Nodebuster. This is a brand new incremental game. Only costs $3 on Steam. I am deleting my save so that we can check it out together. So this is a quirky little game. I mean, there's really not much to say here. We collect bits, which is a common resource from killing enemies, and we upgrade our skill tree here. A skill tree has exactly one node in it at this time. There are no other options, but of course, as you can imagine, we will earn some more. I only played the game for about 5 minutes, and I knew immediately that we should check it out together. I wanted to save it for y'all, but this is definitely going to be something a bit more, I guess you could call it relaxed, you know? A bit more casual, per se, as you can imagine. As you can imagine here. So, we simply mouse over the enemies, and we auto-click, I guess. I don't actually choose when to attack. You attack at a fixed incremental time, and then you earn resources for killing the blocks. Those resources can then be spent back here, and you can upgrade your damage by upgrading power here. And then some other options have now spawned here. So crowding plus 50% spawn rate in case we need more enemies, plus 4 max health. Attack deals plus 5% damage per enemy in the area, but that one costs 50 bits to get to. So it's probably going to be a while before we can upgrade that. Alright, so let's head back into it. I don't know what this progress bar is in the bottom. I've actually kind of been saving myself. I didn't want to experience too much in the game. I wanted to kind of find out on our own. But our health ticks down if you look in the top left over time. And you can increase our max health so that we don't die as quickly. But yeah, a session ends when you reach 0 health, pretty simply. There's a bunch of ways it looks to kind of prevent that. But yeah, we're kind of just in the incremental field here. I don't know if we need more spawning yet. I think I'm just going to do a bunch more damage here. Try to make sure we can one-shot all the blocks. Just looking from the trailer of the game, this game looks like it's going to get pretty out of control. We actually run out of enemies here. It looks like there's a lot that can and will happen eventually. But yeah, this progress bar is not getting anywhere near full. So I guess we need to spawn more enemies now that we have enough damage. So let's upgrade the spawn rate. And we got some new things here. Plus 200% spawn rate, but it requires a purple thing. No idea. Attack size plus 10%. Requires 10 bits. Red enemies drop plus 1 bits, but we need 1 SP. So enemies drop double the XP, as far as I understand it. That's what it sounds like. Why don't we do double spawn rate, and I guess I'll do 1 on the health. Oh, now we gotta look over here. Repair tool, regenerate 0.1 health per second. 0.2 armor, plus 0.2 armor. I don't know what armor would do, actually. I have no idea. Not yet. But okay, we got quite a few more enemies. So hopefully we shouldn't run out. We also have this XP bar in the top left. From what I could gather, when we fill that, we gain a level, which gives us 1 SP. So no matter what, even if you mess up your tree somehow, I guess you'll be doing that every single round. You can hit more than one enemy at once there, by the way. I thought this was a game that was like nice chill beats to destroy blocks to kind of situation. So we don't need more spawn rate. We're not killing everything right away. So why don't we kind of just do more damage? I'll do 1 more on the health. I always feel the need, like I always want to read everything again whenever I get back to these skill trees. I just want to mouse over everything a little bit, like remind myself. I mean, how many times can I do that though? How many times? So eventually, you got to imagine that they give us fire rate at some point here. Ah, got them both. So the enemies do drop the XP, so you have to mouse over to actually pick it up. Is something of note. Most of the time early on here, it looks like you're mousing over enemies so closely that it's not a big deal, right? There's got to be a reason, like that progress bar is interesting to really make these sessions last longer with more health, right? You got to imagine. So we were practically killing everything. I guess we just need to last longer. Why don't we do size there too? Now magnet is open, plus 50% pickup range. Probably not going to need that for a little while. But there we go. We got our level up. So now we're going to have to wait to use that though, I think. I wonder how big we can really get the area of our square here. And it looks like you can increase the spawn rate very, very significantly. I'm gonna have to watch his progress bar to see what happens. Try to get this double. Nice. Try to save intersecting enemies. Maybe. Like, maybe I shouldn't have hit all these guys. Oh, no. Yeah, there you go. Because you don't want to waste a double like that. 1 SP, 20 bits to spend. So now we can get red enemies drop plus 1 bit. And now we have this. Plus 1% chance for blue enemies to spawn. It says node finder. 400. Oh my god. Plus 10% chance for double resource drops. Cost 150. We are encountering enemies that we do not kill instantly. I missed the progress bar. I'm not certain how important it was. We are a little low. Why don't we do 1, 1, 1, 1? I'm thinking, like, we kind of need some more enemies. Actually, when you think about it, when we increase the spawn rate of enemies, even if I can't kill them all, it increases the likelihood that they will be grouped together. So that might actually be better than I'm thinking to increase the enemy spawn rate. So we can get some doubles here. Or triples even. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's take care of them. Very nice. Okay. So close, so close. Sometimes I can't decide. Good enough. So probably, I should probably be skipping max health. I think we have a sound plan. Plus 56. Oh no, I left some on the board. Terrible. Plus 56 bits here. So we got plenty to spend. Attacks deal plus 5% damage per enemy in the area. So spawn rate, I think, might actually be the most helpful thing right now. Maybe a little bit more damage. I'm kind of tempted to just do the size after that. So yeah, let's just flood it with enemies. I don't know if there's really a downside to having, you know, a ton of enemies out here, as far as I can tell. I wouldn't think so. I'm kind of wanting to let them congregate, you know, but preferably they wouldn't actually escape. I would just wait for the right opportunity to hit a bunch of them at once. Thank you. Oh, the quadruple. A little bit of magnet range would probably be convenient. Plus 72. Okay. So I don't think we need more damage still. Area and spawn rate, as far as I can tell, would probably be the most useful thing still. You could wait for plundering, but it's awfully expensive. We don't seem to need damage. I don't know how meaningful the repair tool would be. Or the armor. I have no idea what the armor would do, honestly. So give me size again. One more spawn rate. And I can afford the repair tool, so let's check that out. Restore plus 1 health on enemy kill. I wonder if this is gonna get to the point. It says terminate in the bottom right. So you gotta imagine that the game will allow you to kind of go back manually. So maybe there will come a time where you don't actually, you know, die on your own. You just simply choose to go back from time to time. I don't know. Do the enemies always start? I can't tell if the enemies actually ever scale. It seems like maybe the more progress you have, the harder the enemies get, but I'm not really sure. Come on. I love these little incremental games, you know? They're always a bargain, too. Which is just kind of nice. 84 bits. Okay. So, cost another 25 for that. Again, I don't know what armor will be doing. I have no idea. Connection Buster doesn't seem meaningful. The attack size still kind of does something. Looks like we're very close to filling the progress bar, so I'm kind of interested in just grabbing that to see what happens. So why don't we just get some max health and we'll get some health recovery and everything and see what goes on here. Making these XP gathering sessions longer, I'd almost prefer it if they always stayed the same length, I guess you could say, and instead you increase the rate at which we fire or something instead. Make it almost more frantic, but then, I don't know, does that go against the theme, the relaxed theme? Relaxed node beats? to destroy red blocks too? I don't know. I'm hoping for some cool surprises later on. Can we actually reach progress bar here? We'll find out. It's looking like we're gonna make it. Oh, man. Oh, a big purple cube. Yeah, spawned, it looks. I guess that might have to do with it? So I guess you want to see if you can kill it? I don't know. We got 103 plus 200% spawn rate, it says. So we didn't live long enough to actually kill it. So restore +1 health on an enemy kill seems pretty wise. Plus 12 max health per upgrade, costs 60. Okay. Restore 0.5 health when hitting an enemy, requires 2 blues. So that should be this. I'd imagine 1 health per enemy kill means that we are basically going to live indefinitely now. Yeah, if you look in the top left, it doesn't look like we're really losing health. Or it's going down at a very incredibly slow rate, which doesn't really make sense. Are we not restoring health exactly? It doesn't really seem that way. Maybe I misread it or something. So it looks like we're going to last a while. But there must be something to it, because armor is an option. And assumedly armor means that we can somehow get hit, right? So something's got to be going on. Something quirky. Let's start. Oh, we took some damage from shooting the purple bar here. Oh, why do I keep calling them bars? I don't know. So I see. So it costs health to hit the enemies, I guess, is what I'm gathering. Okay. Okay. So this is a good reason to get armor and damage. Connection buster, maybe a little bit too. Probably something like that. Armor is quite cheap for now. I'm thinking. So damage so that we can actually kill the guy. Well, I was wondering if I should have done the connection buster there too. Oh, what's this thing? Boss guard, +1 armor against bosses. So this is 0.2 armor. This is +1 armor against the bosses. Oh, so when I hit an enemy, a regular enemy, assumingly that causes damage to me too. Actually, now that I think about it, I did notice that we lose health when we shoot. So whenever you hit an enemy, I guess you just lose a little bit of health normally. But perhaps with armor, that will not be the case. Okay. We're figuring it out. So the boss must drop some kind of special resource, I would imagine. It looked like there was something that required a purple resource, maybe? That increased the spawn rate significantly. This is probably infuriating when I'm missing like big swarms of enemies. Hey, we're about to get a level too, I just realized. Okay, can we beat the boss this time? There's our level. We're still losing some health here. But not that much. It doesn't really seem like it's restoring health on kill, so I'm a little confused by that. Unless it's working and it's just offsetting it for me. It's nice that they actually overlap. There we go. Session terminated. We didn't actually lose our health. Status code, boss defeated. Prestige 1 unlocked. 158 bits, 1 SP, 1 purple. Okay, so we got a prestige, which is purple. So does that mean it resets in some way? I don't know. We can get plundering for double drops now. Spawn rate plus 200% now. Spawn rate plus 100%. Okay. It's probably about time for connection busters. Does this mean enemies will get harder at all? I don't know. This way we can look over here. Repeating, plus 20% attack speed. That'd be nice. Plus 50% damage against bosses. Cost 60. I mean, sure, we'll grab one, because that sounds like a lot to me. We don't seem to need health. I mean, I guess you could go for more spawn rate after that still. You could just do more attack size as well. Choose a prestige level. +1. Okay. So you don't have to do this. Looks like the enemies... So you get small cubes that move faster, potentially here. And big cubes, apparently, too. That have more health. Oh, interesting. So it gets quote-unquote harder. If that's how you want to describe it. But yeah, now we're a little lacking in damage. It doesn't look like you can necessarily lose. I guess if there's too many enemies here, right? You just kind of lose everything to shooting, I suppose. We got 113 bits. Well, it went faster, so I'm actually okay with that. So let's see here. Regenerate more health per second. So armor would still be useful here. It would appear. We definitely don't want boss damage right now. We could do more damage per enemy in the area, which would still be quite nice. Why don't we grab that and we'll get some regular armor for now, I suppose. We'll probably leave it at prestige level 1. So the session will terminate when you beat a boss anyway. And assumingly you cannot get the purple currency again, right? So we might as well just work on this instead. Okay. Well, it's definitely relaxing. For $3, I mean, it's a simple game. You know, in a way. I'm always drawn back to some of the old, like, clicker games. I mean, Cookie Clicker is a classic, but I also played a lot of Paper Clips. I mentioned that one. If you missed it on the channel, was that last year already? I think it was last year already. We played Norp Apolog. Great little clicker game. Highly recommend that one, too. 165 is what we got to spend for ourselves now. Definitely not boss damage yet. Could do base damage, which assumedly scales up with something like Connection Buster. I just realized we have an SP. We also take Plundering. It's very expensive. Is there anything I can spend SP on? Let me see. So this one required SP. No, I don't see anything, right? So I guess we're just gonna have to hold for that. You could take Salvaging here. We're just not killing enemies that quickly, though. Still, right? So I think might be time... Let's just max out the base damage. That way you don't got to think about it. Probably grab some armor, some self-repair. Let's go. I can't... There's no way to, like, mess this up, per se. I know in some of these games, sometimes you can almost, like, soft lock yourself so that you can't really progress. Or maybe it's not that you soft lock necessarily, but things like slow down to a crawl in terms of progression because you kind of chose poorly, you know? This one, it doesn't really seem like that's possible. At worst, you can always go back, prestige, and farm it up. All right, we're not really losing any health now to killing these things. So we're probably going to be able to spawn the boss here, but the boss is probably going to be tearing us up. Looks like we have enough armor to kind of stay alive for a very long time here. I'm kind of surprised that health doesn't even out since I restore some on kill. We got to see the boss, but it is just another purple block. Not really a surprise there, though. So if we beat the next boss, repeating assumedly will be the next one that we get. So we definitely don't necessarily need... Why don't we take 10% for plundering here? So if we... It depends how quickly we want to get into the boss. I mean, that's pretty cheap. We don't deal a ton of damage against the boss. Let's do one more on that armor. We'll do that. Max health. It is cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. Sure. Sure, sounds fine. Our health is actually declining more rapidly than I recall. I feel like it wasn't actually going down at a visible rate before. So that's interesting. Wonder how that works exactly. Destroy my blocks. Murder them. But yeah, I used to play like a lot of these. I say a lot, really just a handful. I used to play some of these clicker games while playing like other games basically. So I would, you know, be playing a game more substantially, I guess is how you would describe it. And then in between like a run or a session or whatever, I would just like glance over at the clicker portion of it. It's fun. It is fun. It's fun to see the numbers go up, you know what I mean? Tickles the brain. I actually died from hitting the enemies quite badly, huh? So that's boss damage. We don't really need more damage that badly. It feels like we're just kind of low. We keep getting killed by the enemies, though. Spawn rate would still be helpful. 50% definitely sounds like a lot, too. Let's get bigger area. Let's just kind of do a little bit of everything. Did I camp out the armor? I already forgot there. So we're still slowly losing health, but it looks like now we recover it from actually killing enemies. If we hit a bunch of enemies at once, we may still actually lose health from that, which is where the armor is supposed to help you. Not certain if we have enough now. Looks like we might. What they did right for this game was just some really relaxing music. You know, you don't got to go crazy with it. A lot of times I try a lot of little games, and a lot of times the music is immediately just not befitting, unfortunately, for many games I've tried. It's just like, oh no. Oh no. Immediate miss. Yeah, there's so many there that I am actually losing health. Now the boss is probably going to destroy me here. Truth be told. Alright, let's see. Let's hit the boss. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to have enough damage to actually kill the boss for sure here. We're lacking in that area. That's fine, though. 378 we got to spend. Now, we could buy this antivirus, so that's just more armor would appear. How long has that been there, I wonder? I got 1 level on the plunder? I did. Pickup rain doesn't seem necessary. So, connection booster, spawn rate just for more dudes. Armor against the boss is quite cheap. Give me 1 connection booster as well. And I guess we'll just do armor against the boss after that. And we're capped out on the max health there too, just because it makes my brain feel better if we're capped on it. I don't want to have to think about it anymore, you know what I mean? Just finish it. We're actually about to gain another level here too. There we go. So we still don't have anything to spend on those, which is too bad, you know? You'd think that they'd give us something to do with them unless I'm doing something wrong here, basically. Which is a possibility. Maybe they want us to go bigger on spawn rate. Maybe they expect you to kind of figure that out. I wonder. Oh, how I wonder. It feels bad not killing this guy. There we go. Don't worry. You had your day. Alright, here is Le Boss. I guess we're going to start hitting it. Looks like we might get a kill here. This round, huh? Yeah, we're just not losing a lot of health. Unless the boss is going to, like, escape because I can't kill it quickly enough. That is actually a possibility. I don't know. It looks like enemies almost deal more damage the longer we're in here. Okay, so when... Oh, the boss wraps back around. Okay. Oh, it's so close, too. Yeah, there's something going on there, right? There's something going on there. So more damage against bosses would be nice now. For sure, Z's. That's attack size. That's spawn rate. Why don't we just do 2, and then I'm going to do a bunch of spawn rate. I guess armor against bosses 2. Health recovery, sure. Prestige level 1 still. This has got to be the last one, though. We were close. We were close. Now we got the damage. And this way we get to reset against how long these take each session. I have no idea how long they expected this game to take you to actually complete, I guess. Typically, when I play these games in the past, they always have these surprises where it just lasts way longer than you'd ever expect, you know? That's like one of the neat things. Like, it just keeps going and going and going, it feels. Prestige is like a classic term in these incrementals too, right? It's like you thought you were done, but really you can just start over again. Okay, my boss. Let's get it done, baby. Come on. Send him back to mama. Oh, there we go. Prestige 2 unlocked boss has been defeated. +1 Poiple, so now we can get plus attack speed, which unlocks this area here too. +3 damage per level. +20% more attack speed, again. Plus attack speed will make things a lot more frantic, I guess you could say, right? For sure. So, I don't know how much I need plus damage, but I guess I'm going to take some. I haven't tried Node Finder. I mean, a lot of these things are a bit more expensive. I'm kind of curious about just getting a bunch of spawn rate in there. All right, we're looking at Prestige level 2 now. 20% faster attack rate. Looks like armor is behind. Damage is actually quite far behind, so we might just have to get a lot of damage for sure. I was kind of expecting that they'd give us a lot more quirky upgrades for our attacking square here early on. I already died, huh? I only earned 125. Huh. Well, that's kind of bad. I would say that's probably not great. Didn't really earn enough to make it worthwhile to probably grab anything here other than maybe salvaging. Guess we'll grab one more salvaging. Let's try this again, but we might have to actually go back a prestige to pick up enough bits to get our damage back up and everything. Yeah, we're just not killing things efficiently. For sure. And we're not earning as many bits as you'd hope. Come on now, game. Yeah, we're earning so few. It's not even really worth because we're just not getting the kills that we need. So damage, we need proficiency. So let's hit breach and we'll go down a session, I suppose. Unlock a new prestige level when you beat the boss of the previous one. Each prestige level increases both enemy stats and resource gain. So we do get more resources, it would appear. Per prestige level. But yeah, I just can't kill enough things, it would appear, though. Gonna need a lot more damage. I guess maybe we went too hard on... I went too hard on the spawn rate, and I should have gone more into the damage. Or something. So now, I don't know... Will that boss even spawn? Oh, there's no progress. So I don't even know if I'll ever die here at this rate. Well, like I was saying earlier, it almost seems like something scales up the longer you're in a session. Something happens to make our health start to actually go down. We don't last forever. We are not immortal. There we go. Juicy XP. I mean, it's very satisfying to be able to kill, like, a bunch of things like this, though, at least. So I wonder how long we hang out here. I just gotta decide. It doesn't even show me how many bits I've collected presently. I mean, yeah, so watch our health go down very quickly, rapidly. Okay. So there's something built into this. It's not very clear what it is, though. That costs 500, damn. So plus 3 damage per pop here. I think it makes sense just to get as much as that as possible. Then we're gonna go back to Prestige level 2 and see how that feels now. I'm still not one-shotting anything. Or at least not most things. Which is something that feels pretty bad. I hate not one-shotting everything. We'll have to see how many bits we get. We have to determine our bits per second. Ooh, that'd be a great stat to get at the end of each spot here, right? the game shows you just how many bits you got in the time that you spent in there. Or, yeah, I wish they kind of showed you the time and then it showed, like, bits per second or something. More damage, please. That's armor against bosses, which we don't really need. That's attack size. So, max health per second is max. We could get more max health. I don't know if that's very meaningful. Might just save for more attack damage now, though. Instead of going for a more attack area. There we go. Now we're one-shotting more things. Not everything, though. We deal a varying amount of damage depending on where they are in my square? I don't know. Not sure. Okay, my friends. Give me all the stuff. We're down. 295 is what we got. So we could try 1% chance for blue enemies to spawn. Blue enemies restore 0.5 health when hitting an enemy. When hitting an enemy, huh? That's on kill. That's interesting. So it's only a 1% chance to get a blue enemy. I have no idea how good that is. If I get this, if I get one level of this, I wonder. Well, let's grab Node Finder, because I wanted to see. Blue enemies drop a +1 node. This way, we should check out the branch and get some of the cheaper things here, right? If possible. So I've gotten some levels on Giant Slayer. So maybe we should grab a pickup range soon. The blue nodes might be a good way to do it. I can grab one on antivirus to see if there's anything up there that could help us, because I do have SP still to spend, right? 1% chance to get a blue is probably not great. But we do have a lot of enemies on screen at a time. So if it's 1 out of 100, we're going to see a couple per session on average, right? I'd imagine. Okay. Come on, give me a blue. I hope they don't have, like, a ton of health. Here we go. You seem to have just, like, an average amount of health. Okay, we got 2 blue out of it. So we're figuring something out here. Let's see. Unlock the Milestones tab. Huh. Oh, we get rewards. Red defeater. Destroy 500 red enemies. Claim. Destroy 10 blue enemies. Oh, so it's like achievements where you can get some rewards from doing it. Ooh, fascinating. 5% chance to spawn enemies that explode on death. This requires 1,500 to get more blue enemies. More chances of double drops. Okay, let's grab the magnet. Oh, it didn't give us any more. It didn't unlock anything else on the tree here. Dang. Why don't we hold out then? Maybe we'll check out antivirus. You know what? Grab... Oh, endurance. Oh, there we go. Regenerating +4 health a second. So that costs an SP to get, but that's worth it. Restore 1% max health a second. 80 max health. Okay. I'm going to hold my money after that. Alright, so... we should stay a lot more healthy compared to before. Seemed like I probably should have checked out some of these upgrades a little bit sooner then, huh? There's a blue. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Are we going to be able to see the boss? Maybe. Watching our health. So we're losing a lot of health from attacking enemies, but we're actually regenerating health over time now. Unlike before. Damn, didn't get that blue. It's okay. Okay. So let's get 1 antivirus to see what's going on up here. Plus 2% armor per enemy in the area. I'm going to grab that too to see if it goes anywhere else. It does not, but that's okay. 5% chance to spawn enemies that explode on death. So assumably killing more enemies. Let's grab that. Plus 15% exploder explosion size. Interesting. So do those enemies look different too? I still only have a 1% chance of blue enemies spawn. It's very expensive to upgrade. Oh, so the circles are probably the bombs, right? So they should help me destroy other cubes in the area. Oh, that's actually interesting. We're about to get another SP here, even. Health is starting to go down. Enemies are dying slower. It's interesting because I don't really feel like I got much of anything. There's the purple cube. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this blue. Oh, I did. Wow. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Okay. I'd say we're doing pretty well. I already have one swarm defense system, so we know that that doesn't go any further into the tree. I want to grab this with our SP, mostly just to see... Okay, so this can be leveled up more than once, yeah. It's the only thing I have to spend on SP, it looks. Restore 0.5 health when hitting an enemy. And we'll check up here. Restore 0.5 health when picking up resources. Okay. I'm thinking just more damage now? Maybe I didn't need that. We probably just need armor to get past the boss now at this point. Right? Give me that blue. I'm thinking armor or health regen in some way. We can still get a lot more like health recovered from killing enemies. I think there's a lot more upgrades around that available. Come on now, hit it. Thank you. Plenty of blues being spawned here. I wonder how the bit rate is here. No vampire survivors, at least. I don't know. How do you all feel about the CRT effect, by the way? I don't know how to feel about it. No way we're beating the boss this round, so I don't think I'm going to bother. Need more armor, need more health, etc. Okay, we got a bunch of blue. Node Finder is going to be a long time before I can upgrade that any further. Magnet does not seem worth it. Swarm Defense System does sound quite good. We can spend our blue on scaling regeneration. So that way, the more max health we have, the better. Interesting. There's also Sapper here, which I can spend my blue on. This requires just points. Or bits, or whatever. That's against bosses. It's only one level away. And we'll do regular after that. I guess we'll get the scaling one here, too, for the health regen. Is there anything new in the milestones? There is not. Don't think we're going to be able to beat... this boss this session, I don't think. I don't think so. We'll see. Maybe in the next, though? Maybe? Kaboom. Lovely. Look at those triple bombs there. Okay. Trying to gather all the XP. I don't know if I really want to rush getting more blue out there anyway. It's a bit expensive. And we're kind of slowly gaining enough as is. Let's make sure we at least get this blue. I'll see what we can do to the boss, but I would be shocked if it works out. I wonder if I could hit the bombs instead of the boss and somehow cheese it out. Oh, it's so close. All right, next round, guaranteed, right? 50% damage against bosses. It is actually quite cheap. Let's grab a couple of those then. And then why don't we do swarm defense? And we'll get the health recovery per hit. I think that's fine. It highlights in green if you have enough resources to upgrade it. Swarm defense, I would imagine, would be quite strong here. I would imagine. We'll save that bomb for a moment. Come on now. Bonk. Destroy them. Delicious cubes. I had to try to explain to my wife what Soylent Green is. It was mentioned in something we were watching. I don't even remember what. And I explained, it's people. She's like, what people? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I don't actually remember the plot of the movie, per se. In fact, I'm not even certain if I've ever seen it, but I'm just aware of it. You know? It's people. She's like, how do they determine who becomes Soylent Green? I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's a prestigious thing. Oh, damn, we didn't make it this time? Kind of surprised there. Need more armor, right? 2% armor per area. I wish they kind of displayed your armor somewhere. You have 5 blue. So we'll grab that. Feels like it's armor that's the most troublesome. Maybe Connection Buster would be good. Can't really tell. 190, and then we'll get 1 more against boss damage. Sure. Okay, but this time, if you remember the plot of Soylent Green, let me know. I went through a whole stint where I watched a lot of those movies. I can't actually remember if I watched that one. A lot of those old, like, science fiction movies. Like, I remember watching Tron for the first time. Original Tron. I remember watching Westworld. The movie was a bit of a trip. A lot of those were. They were interesting, though. I think I tried to watch... I forget what the second one was called. Return to Westworld or something like that. It wasn't great. I do remember that. I mean, this movie's not that old, but it is a scene that lives inside my head and has been for probably almost 30 years now, which is the opening gory scene in RoboCop when Murphy just gets absolutely, you know, sprayed down, pepperjacked, you know, even. There we go. I mean, you can't unlive through that, right? You can't forget that memory. Here we go. So another prestige has been unlocked. We got another purple. Got some more stuff. Why don't we check it out real quick? So I guess we're going to take Patcher because there's nothing else I can use my purple on right now. Oh, no, we can get attack speed. That's more fun to get, right? Shoot projectiles outwards on each attack. Ooh, requires 12 blue. Maybe we'll save up for that then. After that point, I don't know if I should be going Connection Buster or Proficiency. Per enemy in the area. I kind of wish we could view our stats. Oh, milestones. We got something. We got 5 blue from defeating more blue. Ooh, now we can take Pulse Bolts then. 25% damage to Pulse Bolts. Plus 1 Pulse Bolt per attack. Okay. Give me the base damage, I guess, for now. And I guess we'll get the spawn rate back up. The attack size is actually quite cheap, too. Why don't we check out Prestige level 3? Okay, I see the bolts of firing. So assumingly this is gonna be... Ooh, man, lots of resources there, though, huh? Quite difficult. I'm probably not gonna get, like, a lot of kills or anything like that. It's hard to tell how useful the pulse bolts are at a glance, but they are fun. Visually stimulating at a minimum. 399 we got, and we got it pretty quickly too, right? So we're definitely lacking in damage. That's spawn rate. Let's get 1 more there. Ooh, we got another milestone apparently. Destroy 2,000 red enemies for 3K. Wow. Wow. Okay, so where do we want to invest? Might be a good time to grab Infesting. Plus 100% spawn rate. Just because I won't often have that much. Plus 50% attack size when we get another prestige now. Okay, so that's good to just kind of know. I'm thinking about plunder here. Again, like we just have so much money on hand for once. Does not happen that often. So another plunder for another 10% increase. Okay. In chances of getting like double resources or whatever, by the way. We shall plunder them. Let's try to destroy the bombs. Okay. Oh, get it all, get it all, get it all. Oh, I got like a bunch of... Oh, I'm getting like crazy amounts of health back. Because I think sometimes we... You know, will only damage enemies and not really get any kills, right? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So, I only have a couple of blue. Bolt count go up. Patcher is still kind of boring. Attack size would be fun though, right? So we're still just not killing that many enemies, so Connection Buster should be fine. Then I'll do one on the spawn rate to cap it finally. All right, and I think we're gonna have to call it there, but it's fun, right? If you want to see more Nodebuster, make sure you let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. That's how I determine, you know, what to show on the channel here is if people really like what they saw, you know. That's what I do. It doesn't take much to convince me. On the stream, we have a saying, if just two people request like a game or a video or something like that, I'm probably going to do it then. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal, and I'll see you in the next one.